Hi, this is Sean. I don't have time right now, I'm doing the intro. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the vlog. In this one, we are doing some of the final framing details. We're doing a fireplace wall, we've got an outdoor kitchen, and we've got the hot tub coming. So make sure you hit subscribe, stay tuned, let's go. Here we go on the tricky Cricut. This one is really tiny and it's going to be challenging because we're going into this octagonal roof. It's cutting back the hardy board there so he can install his ledger. This is a cutback, so it's going to be a tiny bit higher than the ledger on the right for the main roof. So make sure that you account for that in your calculations. Now, we've got a couple more full rafters, and here you can see he's going to take up the shingles. This is where the Cricut's going to be, and we want to install this directly onto the sheathing. So he's basically creating a tiny little valley here. You can see how small it is. It's one of the smallest we've ever done, and there'll be some more details once we get to the roofing of this that we'll really explain in detail.
Good morning. We built this wall here, pre-built it and stood it up, but we have our brackets for our posts in the corner, which helped out in getting it all aligned in plumb on the outside, because we're gonna build out on the front, I think, but on the back, it's gonna be put on with plywood. This is not a load-bearing wall because the load is right here and into the big heavy posts. And I'm putting shims in here because I cut the wall a little small so we'll be able to slide up and in without any trouble. And they're just so it doesn't move.
What do you got right now? Right now it's 27 outside to outside?
27 3/4.
Bring it back 3/4. Have it 27 because we're gonna have hardy board, and then is it screwed in or just sitting here?
Not just sit one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, have it hang off 3/4. All right, we're getting our outdoor kitchen situated here. What we've got? I thought that was a rat. Doesn't that look like a rat?
Kind
of. So we're gonna.
Where's your sunblades?
Oh, they're in the van. I know, I'm having a hard time seeing. I got new ones on the way. All right, so we've got our column here, and we've got our kitchen coming right up to it. But what we want to do here, our columns and the kitchen, we want to land on top of the deck. So we have our post 1.5 inches in on both sides. So this is going to be our finished framing for the post. And then we're going to cover it with PVC on both sides, so it's still going to leave some of that border exposed. We are building the columns out, but we're going to build them out this way and this way. So we have basically right here the edge of our column, and then we have a couple inches of a gap so that we can put our finished material on here, so that the kitchen and the column are gonna be separate, but we're not gonna have a big gap here. It's gonna be just right. So we figured all that out, and we're good to go. All right, cool. So we've got the kitchen going on. We got a lot of stuff going in on this, so we'll get to that in a little bit. And how you making out?
Just prepping for our soffit. Prepping for our soffit. Stop it. Just prepping for our soffits. I'm getting some sheathing on the outside of the beam. I'm putting our nailer in for our soffit, and that's it. And then we can put soffit up. And then that area would be soffited, and I'd soffit it.
Just do it until it's done and then soff it.
Soffit yelling at me.
You're being kind of rude. You're being kind of rude. Soff it.
Gonna be in a little bit of a rush. We want to try to get the beam up all finished, which will allow our roofers to install their metal roofing. So I'm working on prepping for our soffit. A nice little trick that I learned way back when with siding is you can bypass J-channel. I'm putting a piece of metal up. It's about 2 inches by 2 inches. And then our detail here is gonna be 3/4 inch PVC doubled up. So that's about 1.5 inches. So once I put my soffit up and put those 2 layers of PVC, you'll never be able to see back there, and the white metal allows for it to look white behind the soffit. It's a nice, clean, finished detail. Grab your metal. Make sure you have a good 3-inch overlap. Good.
All right, so Anthony's up over there. We're gonna put in a bunch of soffits, but they're too long. We gotta come down to size 15 inches. So I got the saw set up. I'm gonna measure 15 inches. I'm gonna slide that through the blade till I find my mark. That looks like it's gonna be on my mark. Yep. That's where my blocks are going to be. All right, I just got to do it a million times.
you can rip it to 14.5, but you don't need to use the table saw. Yeah, because we're putting it up and then we're putting another piece up. You know what I mean? But just take your time and do a nice cut, but 14.5. Made quite a bit. Alright, hold on.
Well, you want to tack it up and then we'll shim out the bottom of that ply?
I'm not worried about it.
Okay. So we're getting our fascia piece up right now, trim. See, he's got that spacer in his mouth. He's using that to set his depth. I feel like I'm watching an animal in the wild right now. This guy's amazing. Beautiful. So we have the soffit up. Soffit matches everything on the rest of the house, and then we've got this beam detail where we've got a 1x16 going on the front, and then we're going to have a shadow board on top of that. So we'll have another piece of trim above it, and so our top doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It's going to be covered up. We'll probably do a 1x4, maybe a 1x6, depending on how it looks, but getting it going. We're going to nail it all up, and then we'll fill the nail holes with a PVC fill stick. We prefer to do it that way. I think it's a little bit easier and usually a little bit cleaner than you know, plugging everything with PVC. So we'll get this up and got some big pieces. Let's go. Can we come back to it? Like, can we do the top first? Yeah. All right, I think that's a good idea. We're gonna do the rake trim first, following our rafter pitch, and then we're in between doing a 1x16 across the side as well, which is gonna leave a very small kind of recessed triangle there with the sheet PVC. So come up first, see what it looks like, and then decide on that height of trim. Looks like a little bit less of an angle, maybe.
Oh no, I'm not worried about that. I can run that. And, oh, yeah, the cut's fine.
All right. As the kids say, let the man cook.
What angle did you put on
Just under a 5.
this? No, this.
Oh, it's a little over 45.
Just a little bit over.
I mean, it was set to like probably 48, like a little aggressive.
Yeah. So what did you change it to?
I just cut it at that.
No.
I figured that's what you guys were cutting at.
No.
Yeah.
No. When I do a little over 45.
45 and a half?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Recut this.
I don't know why it was set to that, my brother.
I don't know either.
Oh, all right, my brother. You want to overcut your bevels just a little bit so that this backside isn't holding you out from getting a nice tight seam on the outside. But it was set a little aggressive, but I thought that's what they were setting it to. I didn't want to question them, but I did have my concerns there for a second. My brother.
The only way we could potentially get rid of it is...
What if we just have a seam right there?
I don't know how much his metal hangs down.
Yep. Figure it'll be, you know, drip edge, figure at least 1.5 inches.
Why don't you do that real quick? Let me see that. Do your best to make this cut as nice as possible.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
You have to use a circular saw.
Mm-hmm. little uneven. Let me get Want another idea? We just cut a small piece, like basically where that seam is underneath of it, because we're gonna need 2 pieces any. Well, no, that would make it.
So the other option is like I do what like I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Right. If I run that vertical up.
Yeah, that can be a breaking
I
point.
can make this out of a 1x6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Then like I'll go that 1x6.
I almost say we just leave, like there's metal behind it. You can't see nails. I almost say, well, what do you think of that? You think that's a bad idea?
Because I don't know how, when this returns and we put this other breaker board on, how that's gonna look. If that's just like gonna we're just have like a little ledge there.
Well, I would stop that shadow board like 3/4 of an inch back.
No.
We're not gonna wrap it.
I know we're not gonna wrap it, but it's gonna get cut flush with it. Okay. So then here, cut the 1x8, put that bevel cut on it.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever 1 degree, whatever it is.
Yep.
I just need like a full lane. Yeah. You can cut it like a little smaller. Like if you take a foot off of it, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
But I don't like putting in just like little 10-inch pieces.
Yeah.
And make sure you put a scarf joint on it.
Yep. What do you want to do for the scarf? 45?
45.
Okay. Some people like to do 30.
What?
All right.
Come on, I don't have time right now.
All right. You want me up there? He's like a tough dad. He's only hard on you because he believes in you so much. He's like the bartender in Coyote Ugly. You know, I'm gonna finally become that person he knew I could be, and then he's gonna look at me like this.
You're gonna give me.
And then I'm gonna know it was all. What's that?
You're gonna give me the 1 pitch
You got it. At the house.
at the house. It's
Back.
a square.
Yep, I
Right?
got you.
And I'm gonna give you long point to long point of your scarf.
Long point to long point. Okay, gotcha.
You understand?
Yes.
45 5/16. And bring back a tube of glue.
Think you'll find that satisfactory, sir?
What was the second thing I asked you to bring me back?
Tube of glue. Yeah, they didn't have any. And I want to cut a full piece.
Like 14 and a half or 15 and a quarter?
Of 15, I was just going to cut a... Oh, it wouldn't even fit. Or what?
What?
I was just going to cut a full piece.
1 by
Just-
16?
Yeah.
And like I said, I have to like notch this.
Yeah. We'd like maybe not even need anything. We could probably like fill that.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's stupid. I'm sorry. I think a 1 by 16 is gonna be the way to go because then our fascia trim on this octagonal bump out will die into that big piece of 1 by 16. So I think that's the way to go. All right, so we're putting together these walls. We've got essentially 4 separate walls to go on both sides of the hot tub. Let me show you what we got going on. We've got this concrete slab poured bigger than the hot tub because we're gonna build our walls right here on top of the slab coming up, and what we want is 6 inches above the height of the deck is where this kind of step is gonna be. So it'll be all the way around. This way we can conceal the maximum amount of the hot tub, and it's gonna look like it's built in. We'll do that hatch in the front so you can access the panel. So I'm gonna start building these things. I've got everything pre-cut. I'll start putting them together, and then you'll see how this will start shaping up and how this is gonna look like it's all built in. It's gonna tie into the steps. It's gonna be a really nice feature. I'm lining them up with this one.
Which one?
And this ain't a stud, it's a floor.
What's in your hand?
These are pieces.
Piece of mine. Now the bottom first.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me anymore, Dad.
Everything down right to the ground so it's flush on the bottom.
I'm flushing it up on this side.
On this side, okay?
Because I can see it with my eyes, brother. What would you have done?
2 foot.
Why?
That's what I did on the other one.
Yeah. Why it's gonna fall down probably.
Okay.
The only 2 feet I do is these 2 feet that are about to kick your ass.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mr. Tony?
Just trying to watch and learn.
Everybody in the comments, wish Mr. Lombardo a happy birthday.
21st birthday.
21st birthday. 21st anniversary of his 18th birthday. What a guy. There he goes. There goes my hero. All right, anyway, starting to put together these walls around the hot tub. So like I said, we're building it on top of the slab, and we did this on the last job, and it was just a really easy way to do it. We built 2 separate walls, and then we had these things linking them together. Made it really easy to keep it same distance apart and everything like that. But on top, since we're doing 3 deck boards, we decided it was pretty easy to have these scabs linking these together, but then we can also put another piece of 2x on top of this, and then each piece of decking is going to be sitting on top of something nice and solid, and it'll all get covered, and just kind of worked out nice and easy. We'll probably do a waterfall here, I think, so we'll add some more lumber on the front as well to bring it out flush, and be good to go. But we're building these on both sides. It's working out pretty good. We factor in an inch of fascia material and then an inch overhang, so the true width is 17 with our spacing on the deck boards. So this is going to be framed out to 15. No, wait, 13. All right, we got our frame around the hot tub finished up, and we've also jumped on a lot of this fascia detail. We've got Deckorators Kaya going on everything here. It's gonna be a monochromatic look. It's gonna look awesome, but you're gonna have to wait for the next vlog to see us get to all of these details. We'll show you how we're doing the fascias, a lot of different details on this one, so make sure you hit subscribe. Stay tuned, and until next time, this has been Premier Outdoor Living.